Hello, this is Noreen Crone-Findlay from Crone-Findlay.com and toddytalkscrafts.com. This is my fifth how-to video in my Lucet series. Now, as you can see in the title, this one is all about how to make shoelaces using your Lucet and how to make that neat little aglet, I think is the name for that little hard bit at the end of the shoelace, which is the key to having successful shoelaces. Here are my links, and as I said, my website is Crone-Findlay.com. My blog is toddytalkscrafts.com. YouTube, we're already here. Here's the most important one. Please go to my Etsy shop and buy one of my Lucets or 10 of my Lucets, and any and all of my spool knitting patterns and ebooks will work beautifully with the Lucet. After all, you're watching a video for free, so it's pretty nice to support me while I'm making these videos for you. So you do that by going to Etsy. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, there I am, Noreen Crone-Findlay Designs on Facebook. Let's get started making shoelaces. So, what do you need to make your shoelaces? Well, of course, you need to have one of my gorgeous Handmade with Love Lucets, and you'll need some kind of very firm, smooth, and strong thread or combination of threads and or yarn. And I would say this is hemp. It works great, but it's quite a hard finish on it. That's good. You want your shoelaces to last a long time. So I'm a little leery of using embroidery floss because it's a bit soft. Crochet cotton works great, and this one I made using weaving cotton, and it's quite sturdy. You'll also need scissors that are going to be strong enough to cut into the foil of a pop tin. The foil that is made on the sides, that they use on the sides of pop tins, is very thin, but you do want to have scissors that are strong enough to cut it. And you'll need some thick craft glue. You can use a hot glue gun if you like, but you're going to be using it on metal, so that can be painful when you're working with metal, which you will be. You'll need a pair of pliers. I really like needle nose pliers, quite long ones, because we're going to be squishing the aglet, the bit on the end. I hope it is that's the right word, but anyhow, we'll be squishing it, and so you want quite a long nose on your needle nose pliers. You'll also want to have some sandpaper, or I have emery boards that I use for sanding, and they work great. So if you don't know how to make a Lucet cord, go to the first video in my Lucet series and learn how to make yourself a Lucet cord. I've made a short one here because I was making it for the demonstration, so I didn't need it to be a full length, a real length shoelace. So you can make shoelaces any color, any length that you like. For this demonstration, I made a short one with multicolor, with actually this is tons of different strands of sewing machine thread held together, and that works quite well. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut yourself a piece out of the side of the pop tin, the soda. And the way you do that is you kind of push the tip of the needle, the tip of the scissors into the tin, kind of up here, and pull them out, and then I'll do it on this side. So you carefully push, kind of work it with the tip of your needles, not needle nose. This is your scissors, not your needle nose pliers. And I'm doing it up towards the top. It's a bit thicker up there. And And then I start cutting down, and I will cut a piece longer than what I need. Snip, snip, snip. I want it to be about 1/2 inch wide. You can measure exactly how wide you want it to be. Doesn't matter. Now, be careful, don't cut yourself. Okay, I'm going to trim off the bendy bit here. Don't need that, so I'll set that aside. And now I'm going to cut. This is about 2 inches long and about 1/2 inch tall, wide. I'm going to cut that in half. And now I'm going to just take the corners off, because the corners can be a bit bitey and sharp. I'm going to pick up those little corner bits and put them in the tin so that they don't end up on the carpet and in your foot or your dog's foot, because ow, big ow. Okay, there's the other one. Yeah, so I'll snip the, oops, sorry, I'm kind of out of range here. Snip the corners off. Of course, you're going to make 2 of these, 2 shoelace tips. There we go. So the 4 corners are snipped off. And now I'm going to take my emery board and I'm going to sand the edges of the foils to make it less, you don't want it to be sharp and nasty. Sorry for the sanding sound. That's never fun to listen to. And you can sand away any rough bits around the edges, and if there's any kind of wobbly lines that aren't quite all that wonderful, well, that's fine. You can just sand those off too. There, that's better. And do the same thing on the second one. There we go. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is take the needle nose pliers and you're going to fold. I'll go to the straight part of the needle nose pliers, and I'm just going to fold up just a smidgen. You see, I have just shade that a bit and see if that works better. There, I've just folded up one edge there. Do that on the second one. That's a smidgen. This is kind of, it doesn't have to be precise. Now what I'm going to do is take and put a little dab of craft glue in along the shoelace applet thingy, shoelace tip, the foil. Come on, glue. When you know the glue is just going, I don't think so. Come on, glue. There we go. Don't need a lot because, you know, the extra bit's going to come squishing out, so you probably should have a cloth here to clean it out. Now, you're going to take your Lucet cord and you're going to put it into that fold. Now, pull it back ever so slightly, and you're going to start to roll it up. And you go roll once, And once you've rolled it once, take the ends of your cord inside and down. Kind of squish them in. Now, squeezy, squeezy as hard as you can. Pinch, pinch, pinch. And roll, roll, roll. And now, you're going to take your pliers and you're going to just squeeze that little darling so that it is flat. Flat, flat, flat. Then trim off the end, the yarn ends there. I need to trim that a bit closer. That's better. Now, take your, that's one end almost done. Take your nail file or sandpaper or emery board and kind of take those corners off. Because you don't want sharp corners that are going to perforate you. There, those corners are gone now. I'm going to give it another full squeeze just to confirm that we are there. And look at that. We have a gorgeous shoelace end. I'm going to do the same thing with the other end of the shoelace. Now I'm laying the cord in just slightly shy of the end, right snugged up against the elbow there. And now I squeeze and roll and keep pushing the cord in. I'm actually gritting my teeth as I say this. So then your end comes in, roly, 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 all the way up. Squish, fold, squish, 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 and ta-da! As soon as I have sanded that, I will have one magical, perfect, awesome shoelace. So just think, you never need to buy shoelaces ever again because you can make the best shoelaces ever and the exact length that you want. So don't forget that this absolutely wonderful shoelace can also be a drawstring or a necklace cord or, gosh, anything you want it to be. A bolo tie. So there you go. A perfect, wonderful, magical shoelace made with love. Happy luceting and happy shoelacing too. Talk to you soon.